Hello everyone, today we are going to study about simple harmonic motion is a type of periodic motion when an object oscillates back or forth around an equilibrium position driven by a restoring force proportional to its displacement. It's a fundamental concept in physics describing systems like pendulum, spring, and even molecular vibration. Restoring force directed toward equilibrium proportional to displacement, where K is constant, spring constant, gravitational factor, etc. Periodic motion repeats in equal time interval period. Displacement and further equation is mentioned. Energy conservation oscillation between kinetics and potential energy. Total energy is constant, no damping. And further is mentioned. Equation of SHM: displacement, velocity, acceleration, period, and frequency. Mass spring systems, simple pendulums, ball angles, everything is mentioned and equation is mentioned above. Mass spring system, horizontal vertical spring with mass and spring constant. Simple pendulum, small angle swings. Molecular vibration, atoms in molecule oscillates like tiny spring. Spectroscopy uses this. Electrical oscillations, LC circuits, charge current oscillation like SHM. Energy in SHM and at equilibrium constant of not dumping, and at equilibrium is maximum at extreme, and the further equation is mentioned. Damped and forced SHM. Damped SHM, friction, air resistance, reduce amplitude over time. Forced SHM, external periodic force driven oscillations, amplitude peaks when omega approx omega, natural renaissance, Taco bridge collapse, MIDI tuning. Real world application are clock, pendulum, mechanical clocks, and quarters. Crystals use SHM. Engineering, buildings, bridges designed to avoid renaissance with earthquakes, wind. Medical, ultrasound, MRI, and shockwave therapy rely on oscillatory waves. Music instruments, string, air columns vibrate in SHM. SHM in Pakistan context, seismic activity building in earthquake zone. Northern Pakistan must damp oscillations. Energy harvesting. Piezoelectric material exploit mechanical SHM for small power generation. Wearable technique, education. Pendulum experiment in labs demonstrate SHM principle. Seismic activity building in earthquake zone. Northern Pakistan was damped oscillations. Energy harvesting, piezoelectric material exploit mechanical SHM for small power generation. Education, pendulum experiments in labs demonstrate SHM principle. SHM is linear approximation, while for small displacement, period T is independent of amplitude isochronous for ideal SHM. Real systems often have damping resonance. Resonance can be destructive or useful. Clock, pendulum, mechanical clock, and quarters crystals, digital wars use SHM engineering, buildings, bridges designed to avoid resonance with earthquakes, wind, medicine, ultrasound, MRI, and shockwave therapy rely on oscillatory waves. Seismic activity building in earthquake zone must damp oscillation, energy harvesting, education, pendulum experiments in labs demonstrate SHM principles. SHM is linear approximation while for small displacement. Periods is independent of amplitude. Real systems often have damping resonance, can be destructive or useful. Do you need help solving SHM problem like calculating period injuries or damping effects? Want examples specific to mechanics, waves, or electrical system in Pakistan? Or maybe how SHM relates to everyday phenomena like swing guitar strings?